From Allen Hall on the campus of Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, New York, ESF TV presents college basketball. Today, HBIAC action as the SUNY-ESF Mighty Oaks hosts the Berkeley College Knights. Hello friends, I'm Trey Redfield alongside Audra Rosengdahl, welcoming you to Syracuse for today's game, and thank you for joining us on ESF TV for men's college basketball. Today, the league-leading Berkeley Knights look to stay undefeated in conference play with a win over the Mighty Oaks. ESF might have something to say about that, though, sitting at 3-1 in the standings just behind Albany Pharmacy and Five Towns. As we come on air today, the Mighty Oaks can pull even with Berkeley and Five Towns at the top of the conference. As we get underway now, Berkeley immediately gets it and over to Robert Soriano. We are underway. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We got a basketball game here first as Berkeley has possession to start off this one. Over to Soriano.
You see Robert Soriano, number one. He is the key player for Berkeley today. He's going to be a point guard trying to communicate for his team and for the coach and get those points across the board.
And their good rebound there by number 33, Fode Seko. We were talking about rebounds earlier, right? With one of the keys to the game as Seko misses this one.
Absolutely. Berkeley wants to bring in rebounding communication for this game in order to win against ESF.
Over to Logan Emil, the former HBIAC Player of the Week on January 21st as ESF takes the lead here with 19-10 here left in the first.
First 2 points made by ESF, ready to push this game and push this tempo.
A little different from last time. The last time these two played, 113-59 in favor of Berkeley as ESF looks a little more scrappy this time around. Finds Sako, bumps. Goes down low and goes for the lane. That was quick on that one for Sako. What do you think about that one, Audrey?
Absolutely, that was beautiful. And like you said, you got to have those point guards bring in some points as well. It's not just for the bigs anymore. Everyone on this team has to play.
Berkeley with a full court press already and a nice lay-in there by number 22, Zachary Dormer, the ESF Player of the Month. As it's 4-2 now, ESF 18.5 left in the first. And a miscommunication there. We talked about the communication for Berkeley especially.
Absolutely. They want to be able to move as fast as ESF is moving that ball on their defense.
They want to empty the bucket too,
yes,
as we were talking about with Coach Pena earlier. Berkeley with the full court press early in this one as he finds Emil.
Coach D'Antonio for SUNY-ESF wanting to handle the pressure that Berkeley brings, and ESF is definitely handling that pressure today.
Good rebound by Berkeley as Flommer misses one beyond the arc. Sako, the give, and he gets it to go. That one by 22, Teray Bynum with that game-winning shot in overtime as ESF retains possession now 4-4, 17-50 here in the first.
You can see ESF and Berkeley both having height on their teams, and that's not something ESF was used to seeing in their opponents.
No, but as Berkeley's more scrappy here, and look at that one. Joshua Hardy gets it to go as Berkeley has their first lead of the day. Back to that full court press. It's early for a full court press like this, I gotta say.
ESF definitely delivers a full court press, but they're not used to having to defeat one.
Nice no-look pass there, but no good from Dormer as Berkeley takes it up court.
Berkeley really bringing a high tempo and high pressure to this early on game.
No doubt, as we get our first foul of the day. Reed Patchett, the block, is going to take credit for the blocking foul there as Berkeley is going to the line for two.
You can see Berkeley team banding together. On a lot of these guys' bios for their basketball team, it all says that they rely on trust with each other and trust in themselves. And you can see they really band together as a family. And that's what brings them so much success in their season here.
Right. Pullins hits his first free throw, too, as his second one is on the way. Second one on the top.
Important point, it's those foul shots. A lot of pressure here by Berkeley with their press.
Parady's already running the baseline. It's now 8-4, Berkeley moving quickly as Parady's gets it over to Flommer. Look at that, Reed Patchett getting big down there, down low, and finds his way to get to the line. The first free throws for ESF.
Berkeley having to be careful with their fouls. They don't have as much of a deep bench as they are used to because they came off of a lot of injuries their past few games.
We've seen a lot of short benches recently, especially with Five Towns. I mean, they only had 8-7 guys when we saw them play as Five Towns pulled out that one. But let's see what Patchett does in this first one. He gets that first one to go. You know, I was playing basketball, just messing around, and for some reason the ball was just hanging around there. Do people not know that? Do people not realize that's there? It's unbelievable. Patchett with the second free throw on the way. As he misses that one, unfortunately, but Berkeley is the one to get the possession. Over to Sacco and over to Soriano. Soriano back to Sacco. Beyond the arc. No good for Sacco. As ESF retains possession down 8-5. 16:45 here in the first. Good mid-range jumper. That's no good, though, from Zachary Dormer. Over to Soriano. Soriano's going to drive down, challenge him. No good there, but it's picked up by Sacco. Over to Polens after the rebound. First give to DeQuan Jackson today, who was injured last game, but now he's back. Soriano for three. Got it! The lefty beyond the arc. It's now 11-5, Berkeley.
Definitely easy to understand why the coach for Berkeley wanted number one to be their key player. He's definitely making a lot of connections on the court, a lot of important connections that are resulting in a lot of points.
They're staying calm, too. That's the one thing with Berkeley. When we see them during free throws, they're communicating they already know what they're going to do. And that's one thing I think that stands out with these two. So back into it, 11-5 Berkeley. The shot from Reed Patchett is good. A mid-range jumper, 11-7 now. Soriano finds his guy down low, and that was quick. What a pass over to DeQuan Jackson. And a great finish there. The full court press from Berkeley coming back again. Now over to Henry Flommer, back over to Parodies. Flommer, long range, got it. NBA range right there, as it's now 13-10. That was a long range jumper. How about that one?
That's awesome. That's exactly what coach wanted him to do today during this game. Make those outside points.
From downtown, the point guards, one of the key players too, as DeQuan Jackson finds the hole once again. Parody's struggling to find a guy. He's going to have to call timeout. And this is going to be something I feel like ESF's going to be doing all game with this full court press.
You can definitely see as they go to their benches, ESF is looking a little bit flustered here. They're definitely having to keep up a tempo with Berkeley, and Berkeley is not letting down, and it's resulting in them getting down the floor before ESF defense can catch up.
Coach Mann. And so now let's just take a quick look at these standings. We talked about it earlier. Berkeley 4-0 at the top of the HBIAC, with Albany Pharmacy and Five Towns at 5-1. Albany Pharmacy, though, owns that tiebreaker at 8-12, but then there's ESF sitting 3-1 with a 500 overall record. If ESF wins today, it's a two-way tie for third, and Albany Pharmacy takes over the standings. So what are we expecting here with this potential mix-up?
Well, ESF right now is trying to give Berkeley a run for their money. Berkeley is a strong team. ESF is the underdog. So by this win will give them a lot of confidence if they're able to surpass Berkeley's pressure right now.
Now, if these standings stay the same with 4 teams going to the conference tournament, this could be another matchup we see in the semis, as the HBIAC is not that strong this year as compared to last year.
And Berkeley is not unused to this kind of pressure and not unused to being on top of their game and on top of the stats when it comes to inside of their tournament. They want to win. They want to bring home a crown, like many of them said, just like their coach was able to for so many years.
Now it's a whole new look for Berkeley, as Soriano's the only one that stays in here. This is taken up off the inbound by Flommer and over to Reed Patchett. Back to Flommer.
Look at the communication by Berkeley right now.
They just got to keep talking. Parodies beyond the arc, no good, but a rebound up in the air, picked up by Joseph Carabello. Carabello over to number 0, Amir Asani. It looks like he stepped out of bounds, and ESF is going to take over here. Just a little miscue there. I mean, nothing to do with Berkeley. They're playing well right now, right?
They absolutely are. They're keeping up the pressure, and they're not letting ESF make any of their mistakes and let them go unnoticed.
Over to Logan Amelie, then back over to Parodies. Amelie back to Parodies again. Takes it, looking for the mid-range. Nobody finds his man, Zachary Dormer.
Definitely
athlete
a
of the
sweet
month.
spot.
Looks like Denzel Bush just came into the game looking a little shaken up, but Soriano's going to wait for him to settle back in. You do got a shot clock, remember. This is not high school basketball. Now over Soriano at the top of the key. From long range, no good. No good from Teray Bynum, who hit that game-winning shot, so not so lucky this time around. Over to Paradis. Paradis over to Flommer. Flommer's going to drive, and we got a foul by number 20, Denzel Bush. It's going to be his first, the team's fourth, it looks to be for Berkeley.
Henry Flommer as the key player for SUNY-ESF. We definitely need to look to him to make some points here for this game and to communicate with his team what kind of plays we're running and help make some points here on the court.
Correction, that's going to be Berkeley's third team foul as Flommer is going to take it backcourt.
James Squire coming in for Patchett.
Now over to number 11, James Squire, who finds Paradis, but Paradis cannot get it to go as Berkeley gets the rebound over to Assini, and Assini walked on that one. You could see that. He was already looking to the basket before he even got the ball, it seems like.
Second mistake down in that corner. He just needs to take a breath and be able to keep up the tempo with Berkeley without getting overexcited and making those mistakes.
His own tempo, too, as Berkeley plays fast-paced and scrappy as they're getting off that full-court press now. But Paradis is able to find Squire, but he misses that one as Berkeley takes over once again. Finds this guy, Denzel Bush. Bush airballs the mid-range as it's going to go ESF's way. Now stepping in is the freshman guard, Mac McFarland. He's going to step in for Logan Amelie. Amelie, he's averaging about 13 points per game. We're not seeing that quick production yet as we've seen in previous games, unfortunately.
Definitely a big part of this team, and when he's not making those connections, you can tell that the team is suffering.
Nice pass there by McFarland, because he was looking a little flustered there, but McFarland takes the jumper over to Squire. McFarland back over to Flommer. Flommer at the top of the key, gives it over to McFarland. Pass is blocked on that one and picked up by Joshua Hardy. The Euro step gets it to go. 17-12 now, Berkeley. As this is taken up by Henry Flommer, their point guard. This is the guy that they got to get going in this full court press. He's not really, doesn't seem ready for this right now. Over to Paradis. Paradis gives it to Squire and back over to McFarland. McFarland has Squire up away from us and over to Dormer.
We got 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
And that wasn't going to help whatsoever as Bynum. Oh, what a block there! But they're gonna say he walked on that one. So unfortunately, no block, no official block there. But hey, it's going ESF's way, and that's what they want.
Absolutely, Dormer having to be careful. He doesn't want to get those early on fouls that sometimes he can get in trouble with during these games that are of high importance and high tempo.
Over to Amelie. And this one goes out of bounds. Not the best pass there by Amelie as Berkeley takes over.
Both teams rushing a little, leading to some travels and some few mistakes that definitely were not normal in the beginning of the pace of this game.
Coach Pena going with a little D1 call for UConn on this one. We'll see what this one brings.
We got a double screen.
And that one's no good from Carabello. But back on the rebound is Hardy. And what a finish there by Amir Asani, who's making up after that travel that he had earlier in the game.
The passing underneath the basket with the amount of pressure ESF is putting on has been beautiful by Berkeley.
ESF gets back onto Berkeley's side of the court, just what they want. Over to Dormer and back over to McFarland. McFarland finds Paradis, takes a jumper on the three. Ameli's going to take it in, and he's going to look for the foul, and it's a blocking foul, just what he wants on that one. That's going to be Berkeley's fourth team foul as Amelie goes to the line. That's what they need to do. That's what they got to drive and force fouls, and that's what they're doing right now, it looks like.
Absolutely. If that's the kind of points that they can earn in this, that's what they're going to take.
They're already a little behind here as it's 19-12 Berkeley. Emil at the line for two, gets his first one to go. Yes, it's a little bit of a lucky bounce there, per se. Emil actually shooting very well behind the line this year at 68% as he misses that one, unfortunately, as Berkeley takes over up 6. Joshua Hardy taking that one, but it's going to be a kickball as Berkeley's going to take it over in front of ESF's bench. It's a fast-paced game. I mean, we're already 9 minutes in. This is a tempo that we're getting from both sides, it looks like.
Absolutely. You take your eye off the game for a quick second, and there's already points made. And
we're already behind.
Absolutely. They're definitely having a tempo here that they're trying to keep up with, and both ESF and Berkeley are trying to make sure that they're the fastest team.
And from beyond the arc is no good from Teray Bynum, but the rebound is all over the place. Picked up by number 10, Joseph Carabello, and he finds Bush down low. No good on that one, as it's still looking to get something going here. And look at that, he walked again. That's the second travel in a matter of 3 minutes for Berkeley.
Beautiful rebounding game, that just to lose it rather, to a travel.
It's going all over the place. It looks like it looks like my team in first grade trying to get a rebound. It's just unbelievable. But hey, that's basketball for you. They're going with the full court press again, as Emil gets that turnover by. He was looking for parodies, and Carabello misses the free throw, but gets the foul there.
Looked like Logan was just trying to gain his balance as he fell into the Berkeley table player, rather, gaining a foul for him.
Emil, that's going to be on the floor. It's going to be second team foul for ESF as Berkeley goes with a stack formation here. We got a little halt here.
Berkeley really being able to read the ball and keep up with the tempo because they're looking at the next step. They're always one step ahead of what the ball's going to do, really planning what they're going to be doing, not just making that decision right then in the moment.
Back to the stack, and Emil reads it perfectly, as they were trying to reset, and a reach-in foul for Teray Bynum. He doesn't really like that one, as it's going to be Berkeley's 5th. I'm telling you, they're scrappy, and there might be a little too scrappy. Yes, that's about to earn a bonus here very soon.
We still have 10:35 on the clock. A bit early for a bonus.
A little early, I would say. As Dormer tries to find Emil, but Emil gets it back. And the layup is no good from Henry Flommer as Berkeley takes possession once again. Hardy taking it up over to Carabello. He's going to try and go in, and it's going to be a blocking foul on this one by Reed Patchett. It's going to be ESF's 3rd as Carabello gets to go to the line here.
Berkeley not afraid to drive the ball to the hoop, something that ESF kind of strays away from. They don't really want to make that contact. Berkeley is not afraid of that. They're going in, they're trying to draw the foul, where ESF sometimes falters and relies on those outside safe shots rather than getting close and being able to draw contact, creating those fouls and putting Berkeley in foul trouble.
Carabello misses that first free throw as he looks to bounce back on this second one right here. And he gets it to go. 10-16 here left in the first. It is 20-13 Berkeley. Berkeley going back to the full court press as they find Emil. And over to number 14, Alex Jordanovic. To find down low to Jordanovic again. No good there. Berkeley retaining possession, finding Teray Bynum, and now over to Joshua Hardy. Bush gives it out to Asani, and Carabello with the fake, but he finds his man. It's going to be no good from Teray Bynum, but they retain possession once again. Shot clock resets, and he walked once again. That's the 3rd travel for Berkeley. How do you fix these things?
It's just something that's going to happen in the beginning, and honestly, sometimes it's just the call of the ref that's causing it to go this way. A travel can look different in everyone's eyes, it seems, especially when it comes to refs. So it's just something Berkeley has to work past.
Especially in the NBA, you look at these videos and you see that they miss the easiest travels as wow. Flommer showing off that NBA range. I mean, we were talking NBA, so I mean, it was fitting for him to hit that one way beyond the arc.
Flommer a little sick of the stagnance from ESF, ready to gain a few points.
Flommer gets the steal, misses the layup though. He got a little too excited there. And that Berkeley pass went to I would say nobody.
Yeah, I'd say probably the same. The mat's on the other side of the wall. It's amazing, though, Berkeley, the amount of passes in one possession that they have compared to ESF is at least 3 times. They pass the ball fast, and they know what they're going to do. They have great passing skills.
Foul on order, Jejovic. McFarland for 3, gets it to go. 20-19 here as Coach Pena is going to call a timeout for Berkeley. They got to reset here as ESF's going on a little run, it seems like.
McFarland bringing it up to 19-20. ESF only 1 point behind. He's only a freshman on this team.
Right.
And we've talked before how this team, SUNY-ESF, has a lot of freshman presence and strong presence. They're not coming in weak and unable to handle the pressure of a college game, and they are answering the coach's requests very easily this year.
And the thing with ESF, they know they got to get back on track. The last 4 games that they played in, they've only won one, and that was the last one that they played in against the Culinary Institute of America. So let's get back into those keys of the game that we were talking about, Audra, and let's just start with the rebounding because it's been a little all over the place.
Absolutely, rebounding was for both teams one of the keys they wanted to look at. They both have height. It's both something that they want to gain points from, whether it's defense or offensive rebounding, something that they both have to work for.
They got to work on that communication too, as it seems a little flustered there. Fakes the jumper from Bynum as he draws the foul. He gets to go to the line here.
Again, not afraid. When there's 2 SUNY-ESF players down low and you're going for a layup, there's a good chance you're going to gain that foul, and that's something that Berkeley knows.
ESF now their 4th team foul here as Bynum gets 2 at the line. And gets that one to go, now 21-19. See that missed high five there?
I did.
That was very unfortunate.
That's the worst.
I always have to high five myself when something like that happens. And it happens all the time too, I gotta be honest. Bynum for 1 once again as ESF takes over down 3. Berkeley back over to the full court press. And pass is intercepted there by Daquan Jackson, and he gets it in. 24-19 now. This full court press is getting to Berkeley again. They got to guard the middle there.
Their full court press is definitely weak on the middle side, and that is where ESF has been breaking it constantly to bring the ball up court.
Now ESF ball on that after the rebound from Berkeley. Dormer missed 2 of those shots there when he was trying to drive into the paint, but hey, ESF gets the ball back here. Let's see what they do here.
Looks like Berkeley's in a man-to-man defense right now.
ESF cutting it close with that backcourt violation. Over to Dormer. Trying to find some space. He finds Flommer as point guard. McFarland, the freshman, fakes. Mid-range, no good. As Berkeley retains possession and over to the point guard, Robert Soriano.
Again, ESF not trying to go in and take a layup shot, but adding a floater there is not going to cause any contact, and that's a 50-50 shot being that far away.
Djordjevic with the rebound, and now over to Flommer. He's going to drive, and he gets the foul as he gets to go to the line again. Berkeley's 6th on that one. Flommer shooting pretty well from the free throw line, I'd say.
Flommer's definitely answering Coach D'Antonio's request to push that ball and, as a point guard, to lay over some of these points to bring ESF closer to Berkeley's score of 24-19.
Right. As Flommer hits that one. He's a junior guard. He's played in all 13 games this season, or all 14 now, technically, if we're talking, okay, counting this one. So let's see what he does here on the second one. And he gets it to go there. Now 24-21. ESF showing a little bit more press. Same thing that we've seen from Berkeley. And over to Jackson. And back to Bynum. To Soriano for 3. No good. He tries to draw the foul there too. And it's picked up by Cole Paradis. And McFarland strapped on that one. And no good on the layup there from Carabelli. A little too excited on that one, I gotta say.
Sometimes you don't even realize, you're like, oh, the ball's in my hand, I guess I should do a layup. And
yeah, something like that.
Taking that extra time definitely helps.
Dormer on the mid-range, no good.
Definitely was some contact there by Berkeley. Lucky it didn't. Lucky now the ref saw it for a foul.
Yeah, Berkeley thinks there's 6 people on the court, I think. I have to be honest. That's their second. That's their second missed long pass cross court. I mean, you can't do those things.
Like I said, they definitely are looking ahead, and they're always one step ahead. So they must think that someone is outletting that ball, and they're ready to catch it. When really, no one's there.
Steven Nemec in that one, he was a little. Looks like he was a little scared to shoot. McFarland flustered over to Dormer, finds Nemec. He's down low, trying to find some penetration there as Berkeley takes over possession as he stepped out of bounds.
Definitely a high-pressure game for Nemec because he doesn't have a lot of playing time usually. So to come in a game this early, this high pressure is definitely a little anxiety-provoking, I would think.
He is a freshman, too. He's only averaging 1 point per game. So it's good for him to be in, though, at the end of the day. As Berkeley takes over possession, 6:24 here in the first. And nice drive there by Fode Sacco. Gets it to go 26-21 now.
ESF really working not to let that gap of a score get too far.
Good find by Nemec. Oh, it's slammed on that one. Stepped over to the disrespect by Berkeley, man. Nothing wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, though, if you get blocked that hard as oh, they're going to call this a foul. They're going to call this a foul. My apologies on that one. I really thought that was a block. Did you think that was a block, or did you think that was a foul?
Definitely thought it was a foul. Coach didn't, though, for Berkeley. He definitely thought that was low ball.
I mean, why wouldn't you? You are the coach of the opposing side. I mean, you gotta back your team up somewhat. As Nemec is at the line for this one. He gets that first one to go, and the ball stuck again. It's the second time.
That foul was on number 4, Jackson, for Berkeley. Luckily, it's only his first foul, and he has a lot of height on this team, so he's still able to get in the game, be a little more physical underneath the basket.
Nemec gets his own rebound there, but DeQuan Jackson was injured last game against Via Falls. Sacco fakes it, and over to Soriano. Soriano behind the back. Nemec staying tough. Finds Jackson. Tries to draw a foul there, but Jackson gets it to go. Now 28-22 still, 6-point game, 5.5 here in the first in Allen Gym. McFarland over to Dormer, but well, off the hands of Flommer there, but what it thought to be was Berkeley, but it's going to be Berkeley ball. And now they're going to change it. They're going to change it, and now it's ESF's possession. Dormer misses his freshman, his senior forward, Nemec there. As it's now Berkeley possession. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, ball don't lie, right?
Yeah, ESF has definitely had some trouble inbounding the ball from underneath the basket. Just can't get away from those Berkeley players, it seems.
Soriano's going to take this one up. Being pressed a little bit more by ESF as he has 15 on the shot clock. And as Pullins misses that easy lay-in as ESF retains possession one again over to Paradis. Dormer over to Paradis once again. Paradis is going to go long, and he gets it.
Beautiful shot.
What a shot.
Been a couple of those here today.
As we get a timeout here, it's 28-25. ESF hanging in there, unlike last year. It sure seems like as Berkeley's got to get back, got to get it going once again. But the last time they had a timeout like this, they regained control of the game, I'd have to say.
Absolutely, and just a little fun fact about our key player for Berkeley is that number 1, Robert Soriano, he also is a father. So not only is he a student, a basketball player, he's also a father. So to be able to bring this kind of intensity on a basketball court is an amazing thing.
It's unbelievable. Hey, let's get into those SUNY-ESF keys to the game, especially after that long three from Paradis. Starting with handling the pressure.
Absolutely. They want to handle the pressure that Berkeley's giving. We can see they're doing it already on the court. They want to win the battle of the boards. That rebounding is a very important part of this game because everyone here has height on this floor. And they want to make those layups and stay disciplined. They want to make sure that every basket they're trying to make is going in and that it's resulting in them gaining on Berkeley while they're only a few points behind.
And what about the discipline offensively from ESF? Sure looks like they're sticking to that key. So we'll see how everything turns out here in this final bit of the first half. 4:48 here in Allen Gym as ESF is only down 3. ESF, more of that press that we've seen from Berkeley. Over to Soriano. Soriano with it once again, setting up that communication that we were talking about earlier. And over to Polnitz. Polnitz tries to sway around the ESF defense, but it's not going to be enough. As it gives it over to the point guard, Flommer.
Henry Flommer being right there to get the ball from James. You can see he was a little unsure what to do, that high tempo, and Henry was able to stay composed and stay back and get that ball from him to create a play here offensively on this other side of the court. The Mighty Oaks
slowing it down now as Dormer tries to get to the bucket, but it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with ESF, though. That was a bold call there, as he sure looked like a foul, but hey, jump ball's jump ball at the end of the day. Sessionero is going to go over to Berkeley as ESF takes over for this one. Over to Paradis. Paradis trying to find his guy, Dormer, but it's going to be ESF ball. Apparently touched by Dormer last. Sure didn't really look like it, though, did it? They are gonna go with ESF. They are gonna go with the ESF ball here. Finds Amir with a fadeaway. No good as he was trying to beat the shot clock there. Over to Soriano, the lefty. Trying to drive in, but no, he's not gonna go with that for 3. No good from Fode Seko. Looks like a carry there on that one from Dormer, as that's gonna be, he lost his dribble there, it looks like.
Interesting they chose the carry. Definitely would have thought it was a foul from behind by Soriano, but he was lucky.
Wasn't really the best case of dribbling there in the first place. It was right in front of us, but hey, I could have argued for a foul on that one, I gotta be honest. So Soriano goes over to Sacco with 3.5 left here in the first. Soriano gets it back once again, and for 3, it's gonna be an air ball here, but right there is Tristan Polnitz. Gets it for 2. Now a 5-point lead for Berkeley. Over to Dormer. Dormer's going to go with the fadeaway. No good, as there are 4 Berkeley players down low to get the rebound. Dormer hustling back, trying to get it back from Hardy. As this one falls in. Joshua Hardy getting that one to go. Now 3 minutes here in Allen Gym left in the first half. And over to Paradis.
Flommer going to get that ball, knowing that he is the main ball handler here.
Nice behind the back move there by Flommer. Paradis getting doubled up once again. Over to Flommer. Flommer trying to lay it in, but nowhere near. As he is all over from Berkeley. Jackson over to Sacco. Sacco trying to drive it in, but draws the foul. And he's going to go to the line here for 2. That's ESF's 5th. 2 shots for Berkeley.
Berkeley's been pushing the ball here. You can see when they have a little time, they like to set up a play. There's 2 screens right at the top of the key, really opening up their outside shooters and trying to get either a 3 or sending a bullet into underneath and getting a nice layup there.
Sacco has 7.3 points per game on the season. He misses his first free throw. You gotta make those. Gotta make those. And now in comes the freshman guard, Matt McFarland, as they look to make it more up-tempo for ESF with 2.5 left here in the first. Sacco for his second as he hits that one, as ESF now is down by 8. Full court press from Berkeley, strikes once again. Nice bounce pass from the point guard, Flommer. McFarland gets it back for 3. No good on that one, as the rebound is picked up by Sacco. Another long pass to Polnitz, and the lay-in is good. 2.25 here left in the first. Now a 10-point lead for the Knights. Over to McFarland. And it's easily picked up there. No, it's a fiasco down low. Sacco tries to find his guy, and he misses Soriano as it's a fumble all over the place. I couldn't even catch up to that one.
That was some fast movement by both teams right here.
But it stays with Berkeley on that one. As they're still up 10. We got about a minute 55 left here in the first. Sacco trying to set up the play. So with now over to Soriano. Soriano tries to go down low, no good, but hits Daquan Jackson. Jackson finds Sacco trying to reset it up. 15 on the shot clock. For three for Soriano, no good there, but the hustle by Sacco doesn't pay off yet, but let's see what the call is here. It's going to be ESF ball. A push there by Daquan Jackson as we get a little more clarification. Let's see where they bring this one. As it is a bonus for SUNY-ESF. It's going to be Dormer that goes to the line.
Hopefully Durham will be able to make a connection here as ESF is behind 10 points. Berkeley 35, SUNY-ESF 25.
Dormer gets that one to go as he gets another one after the 1-and-1. Now less than 90 seconds here in the first. It's a 9-point lead for Berkeley. See if ESF can get a quick run going here. Dorm for a second, gets it to go. Now an 8-point lead for Berkeley. Soriano pushing it up court. He's gonna find his guy, gets it to go from Joshua Hardy.
What a beautiful pass that was. That was
money.
Beautiful.
No one could have done it like that. That's where being left-handed really comes into play, honestly. We got a little messing around here with the tape as Henry Flommer goes into the bleachers where there's luckily no one there. So Soriano comes out, but in comes Trey Bynum.
Not hard to choose who's inside the three-point line for rebounding since a lot of these guys have height on them. It's not too hard to choose.
And Flommer gets that one as Berkeley has earned their 9th foul of the half. That's gonna have them in the bonus for now, but a double bonus might be coming here soon, but there's not that much time left. Flommer gets that second one now, 37-30. 29, pardon me. Now a minute here in the first half, 37-29. Berkeley with possession. Bynum with the ball and over back to Joshua Hardy, who finished that amazing pass from Soriano. Bynum pressured beyond the arc, no good. But the rebound there by Steven Nemec. And over to Paradis. McFarland trying to set up a play over to Nemec. Over to McFarland, then Paradis fakes that three. He wanted it. He wanted that jumper. And he misses that one. The shot clock's off. 20 seconds now as it's 37-29.
Berkeley trying to have them be the last possession of this half. Gonna have a timeout for Berkeley here.
Smart timeout by Berkeley on that one as they're up by 8, trying to get that last possession and maybe be up, maybe have 40 going into the half potentially. So we'll see how this one all turns out. But hey, we got an exciting game of basketball.
Absolutely. ESF is not here to lay down and let Berkeley do whatever they want, you know. They're definitely wanting to keep up with their tempo, and even if they don't win, they want to have a good basketball game here today, both sides.
Right. And at the end of the day, if ESF wins this one, it will be a tie for third with Berkeley, and it will be 3-1 for both of them, but obviously much different overall records. But ESF, they'll get back over 500 if they snag this W here in Allen Gym at OCC.
I bet if ESF wins this game, though, they're going to kick themselves for losing against a team like Five Towns, who had maybe 2 people to their bench, you know. Something like that. You look, if I could beat them, why couldn't I beat the other? You know,
they were in
like
that one the entire game, it seems like. But hey, the end result's the end result, right? And that's why we're here. We're trying to see if they bounce back on this one. As we did say earlier, last time these two played, it was a 113-59 victory in favor of Berkeley. Seems like the team that's played more recently. Like ESF, the last time they played, we were here for it. It was against the Culinary Institute of America, but Berkeley just played last night, and they had their game winner from Teray Bynum. Do you see like a difference between do you see a difference between these two?
Absolutely. I feel like ESF is trying to catch up to Berkeley, and Berkeley is making gains ahead, and it's always ESF is a little bit behind in their speed.
Single digits on the clock now. Bynum fakes the pass over to Sacco for 3. Got it!
Oh, what a perfect way.
We were talking about 40, and they got 40, as that one's not going to count nor go, as ESF goes into the half, now down by 11, 40-29, Berkeley over SUNY-ESF.
An awesome way to end it for Berkeley.
What a half, man. That was unbelievable. ESF sticking to what they believe, but hey, Berkeley's just quick.
Absolutely.
As we now at halftime, we have SUNY-ESF head coach John D'Antonio. John, thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Thanks for doing it.
So, with a 40-29 lead for Berkeley here, how do you guys plan on getting back into it?
Somebody on our team is going to have to get a rebound. That's basically what it comes down to. They probably have at least 25 of their 40 points off second chance opportunities. We are just not getting a body on a body, and that's the thing. We're not anticipating. They're going right to the ball. If we rebound, we're going to be right back in this game.
Absolutely. So going into the locker room, what's gonna be a little bit of your talk? Can you give us a little inside scoop on what you're gonna be saying to your guys in there?
Well, I mean, we're only down 11, so there's still a game. There's still another half left to play, right? But the bottom line is we got to do the fundamental things better. Like we got to make a layup. We can't miss a free throw. We got to rebound. We can't turn the ball over. The simple things. We can't make the game harder than it needs to be, and that's what we're doing by giving them second chance and then turning the ball over. That's the thing. But we're right there.
Absolutely. Well, we wish you luck going into the second half here, and thanks so much for sitting down with us for a little bit, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Now, 40-29 Berkeley against ESF. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back to the Allen Hall Gym here on the campus of Onondaga Community College. My name is Audra Rosignol. Here my broadcasting partner is Trey Redfield. We are back at the second half of the SUNY-ESF versus Berkeley game. SUNY-ESF 29, Berkeley up 40.
What a game.
Trey, let's talk about the past half. What was Berkeley doing that was working so well for them?
So, hey, with Berkeley, they're shooting it and they're not afraid to miss. They're 16 of 37 right now with their field goal percentage. And honestly, that's not that bad when we look at the ESF, who has 8 of 26 for the field goal percentage. But one thing to look out for with Berkeley, they got to get the ball to Daquan Jackson. Yes, he was injured in their game last night, literally last night against Via Hall. So we'll see how it all turns out, but they got to find Daquan Jackson. But with Berkeley, they have 9 total fouls. I love the scrappiness. And they also have 15 rebounds, 5 fouls for ESF, and with their field goal attempts, it's not as good as Berkeley's, but Berkeley is being aggressive at the end of the day. But talk to me about these rebounds.
Absolutely.
With ESF, especially ESF.
We came out of an email. We came out of a little interview there with ESF coach D'Antonio, and he, as soon as he sat down, he was not happy about the rebounding from his team. No, Cole Paradis usually is there rebounding every single ball. We're not seeing a lot of presence from him. ESF has just as much height as Berkeley, and right now they need to focus on that. They need to rebound the ball. They need to make their layups. Coach was not happy. It was just the little mistakes that were adding up, and now they're behind 10+ points.
As he did say, with his squad, the rebounding isn't there. They got to focus on the little things. He really does not want to go 0-2 in his tenure as the ESF head coach, especially against Berkeley, and most definitely after the last time these two played. So it'll be interesting to see how everything turned out, as it is now 40-29, Berkeley in favor. Berkeley in the lead, as it's much closer this time around, luckily enough.
Absolutely. Berkeley, a big part of their team is trust, and you could hear the coach saying it as soon as the guy was going in, one of his players saying, "Don't worry, I trust you, do what you think is right." And putting that kind of trust on the players is a big part of them trusting themselves, trusting the outcome of the game, and just being hands-on in what's going to happen here on the court today.
It's all about, emptying the bucket, right?
Absolutely.
Empty the bucket, baby. That's the big thing for Berkeley. Coach Pena, we talked about this earlier. Trying to go from YouTube for some motivational videos. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I bet a lot of young kids who play sports, they do the same thing as well. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
It's all nothing wrong with that, especially in the game of basketball. As Berkeley and the SF both coming back out after halftime, it'll be interesting to see what they do. But I think Daquan Jackson needs to take off his shirt before he steps into the game. He still has his warm-up shirt on. I don't even think he realizes. And now we find that out as we're getting back into it. Second half, Berkeley up 40-29.
Berkeley definitely having a little more smiles on their faces than ESF. ESF ready to get some points here and make this a little bit closer of a game for us to watch here this afternoon.
Looking scrappy, the Mighty Oaks do, as Berkeley starts this off in the second half with Soriano. And wow, that was like a T-ball hit or something like that. Soriano trying to go in for the drive, but it was swatted away immediately by the man himself, number 22, Zachary Dormer. Jackson gets the inbound. Zacco back over to Soriano. Jackson, no good, his first missed shot of the day. But the rebound picked up by Berkeley, and there's a foul. ESF pleads guilty for that one. Paradise especially, and Berkeley gets 2 with the first foul of the half for ESF.
Reed Patchett taking that foul, number 15 on SUNY-ESF. Another strong freshman on this team. A little lacking communication for both teams for it being one of their keys to the game, said by both coach. Definitely needing to be in a place where you can communicate on the court with your team in order to make some points here.
Right. Joshua Hardy, the junior guard, missing his first free throw. See what he does here for 2, or for his second. Gets that one to go. It seems like the thing. Like, you missed your first free throw, and then you make your second one. As the ball almost went right into my face on that one. That was a little scary.
Yeah, he definitely adjusted his shot there. No one to rebound again. Berkeley just uncontested grabbing that rebound.
Seems like they're contradicting themselves, but from beyond the yard, got it. Fode Sacco for three. He's picking up right where he left off now, 44-29.
Berkeley coming out strong.
Dormer chucks that one, but gets the ball back, but isn't able to finish there. Soriano takes this one up for Berkeley. Berkeley trying to force, ESF tried to force the kickball, it works. That was very acrobatic.
Off-balanced himself a little bit. He went down a little afraid, I think.
I think he should, I think Dormer might be playing the wrong sport. He should be playing in the Bark Eater Cup or soccer or something like that, to be honest with you. But he's here. It doesn't matter. Trying to force the Euro step, Berkeley. And the charge is forced by Reed Patchett. What a play by the big man there as ESF controls possession now.
Patchett stood there the whole time knowing it was coming right to him. Took that charge for the ESF. Both teams with one foul for them in the second half.
The Mighty Oaks trying to push it up court now. Over to Patchett, the man who drew that charge. Plummer and tries to get it to Patchett, but that doesn't go. Sacco with the lay-in. He has almost every single point for ESF, or for Berkeley, pardon me. Paradise trying to push it up court. Over to Dormer. The fake, mid-range, no good. Berkeley for the rebound. But that's taken up by ESF. Trying to get on the board, the Euro step by the point guard. Palmer gets it to go. 46-31. Dormer trying to be aggressive. Jackson over to his guy. No good from Polnitz. ESF gets the rebound.
Palmer pushing that ball to try to do what he did again.
Palmer, Cheeks trying to get that Euro step, but it's not going. And he walked. Joshua Hardy knows it immediately. He didn't know what to do on that one. He was a 2-on-1, and he did the worst thing possible.
Hard to know and make those decisions last minute sometimes when you're going down the court. You take it yourself and you miss the basket, you feel terrible. You don't take it, you pass it, and it goes out of bounds, you feel terrible. Sometimes it's not a win-win. Now
we get a timeout from Berkeley here, trying to slow it down a little bit, trying to get things back into the groove. So next up on Wednesday, it is SUNY-ESF, the Mighty Oaks, taking on the Albany College of Pharmacy Panthers. That is on Wednesday night, February 5th, right here on ESF TV at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Audra and I will be here for that one. It's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be another big conference matchup, top 4 in the HBIAC. It'll be interesting to see how this all turns out.
Absolutely. ESF coming off of whatever this ends up being tonight, trying to get another win.
Palmer tried to find his guy Paradise, moving backwards a little bit, and doesn't go in their favor. Berkeley gets the ball right back as they're up 15 now. Seems like Berkeley's just having a lot of fun, like especially their point guard Soriano. He's always giggling, having a good time. It's odd. You don't see the same thing from ESF.
Absolutely. Well, Berkeley has a lot of confidence and a lot of wins under their belt, so they can be comfortable making a few jokes and laughing a little in a game like this where ESF can't.
These are the only two teams that sit 500 or above in the HVIAC. That just proves proves the weakness of this year's conference as Patchett, it draws the offensive foul, get a little frisky there with Robert Soriano.
Definitely a shoving match underneath the basket. Who can get best position for that rebound? At least Patchett's down there fighting for it, but that brings him to his 4th foul, and he's pretty much out of the game for a little while with 16 minutes left.
I'd say for a solid 10, 12 minutes, you never want that out of one of your players, especially one of your best players. But here's the thing with ESF, that bench rolls deep, luckily enough.
Absolutely, and the height rolls deep with it as well.
Jackson tried to find Soriano there, but the communication does not up to par as it was in the first half, it seems.
I think both teams are slowing down a little bit. Hopefully ESF can use it to their advantage and run some plays, make some connections here. But they both seem a little lost.
And what a find there as, oh my goodness. Dormer misses that shot. That's like me missing it when I play in the Barnes Center over at Syracuse. It's unbelievable. For three. And that's technically a jump ball. Ball stuck on that one. The shot from Tristan Polnitz. It's going to go in ESF's way. And it seems like no one can. There we go. The ref, out of all people, gets it up and puts it in for his own 2 points, I guess. ESF getting the possession thanks to the jump ball.
Having to be careful, ESF, you always know you pass out of a press, and right here they're trying to dribble as Dormer gets another 2 points, bringing it 33 ESF, 46 Berkeley.
That was a great drive by Dormer there. Now Berkeley with Jackson going in for the drive. No good, but a good rebound there by Hardy. Hardy puts it in. 48-33 now with 15 left in the second.
Once again, those rebounds, ESF needs to be rebounding defensively and offensively. They cannot take a break here anymore.
Paradise trapped once again, but Dormer tries to bring it in. No good there, but he draws the foul. And Peña's a little disappointed there on that one. No one touched him in quotes. But Dormer goes to the line for two. What do you think on that one? Do you think anyone's upset?
I definitely didn't see any contact.
I did not see any contact.
It was an odd angle from here.
It is an odd angle.
Lucky for Dormer, though, he is great from that free throw line, and he is not going to be unhappy making a few points here for his team.
Right. The ESF Student Athlete of the Month, shooting around 80% on the season. Let's see what he does in this first one. And that one is no good. Not something we don't see from the forward. 6'3" junior going up for his second free throw. And he misses that one too. 0 for 2 on the free throws there. Soriano gets in the way with his teammate Tristan Polnitz as the communication, man, this communication just seems like they keep going and going over par. And that's definitely what we do not want to see.
Absolutely.
Over to Paradise. Farmer. Over to Squire. Back over to the point guard, Flommer. Spins. Tries with the steal with Soriano for three from Dormer. Gets it to go! 48-36 in favor of Berkeley. Now 15 minutes tops here in the second. And the drive from Berkeley, no good, but the rebound from Naquan Jackson gets it in.
Again, those rebounds, not even one body was on that Berkeley player.
And it's the fact that just ESF standing still. Berkeley is working to get to the paint. Flommer guarded hard by Soriano. Great defense there from the Berkeley point guard. And a foul there, and it's going to be drawn on Logan Emili. Emili gets to go to the line. We haven't seen much production from him. He was the player of the week last week on the week of January 21st. Why is it the case that he is not getting the same production he's gotten normally?
Well, I hope that it's not anything going on in his head. You know, sometimes you get down like this, and it's hard to come back mentally. So hopefully he'll be able to make a few connections and get back on his game here. There's still 14 minutes left, plenty of time with only a 13-point difference in between the scores.
Still plenty of time to get back as Berkeley brings in a whole new look now as whole flop here. But they start with their five. As Emili with his second.
Hopefully that will kickstart ESF team scoring some points here.
ESF staying scrappy again. Over to Denzel Bush, hits the mid-range. 52-38 now, 14-point difference. There's still plenty of time, as you just said, Audra. Flommer pushing it up court. Over to Paradise. Has Emili. Back to Paradise. And Berkeley get a little risky again, but Berkeley picks up the loose ball. Over to Bush, trying to draw it, and no, but we're going to get a foul here. Paradise pleads guilty for that one as Enzel Bush is going to go to the line for 2. Got to get those feet set, right, Audra?
Absolutely. A little loose hand slapping can result in fouls, and these are points that ESF can't afford to have Berkeley taking right now.
The lead is only going to expand if they keep playing like this. The rebounds still aren't there, as we did talk about with Coach D. See if ESF can get back into it now. 16-point lead for Berkeley. Full court press once again. Paradise finds Emili. Emili with the drive, and it's a blocking foul, and one. Emili goes to the line as Bush really upset about the call. It looks like his feet were set on that one.
100% charge right there. That was bad call.
That was a little shaky on that one, I gotta say, but hey.
Good for ESF.
Good for ESF, right? I mean, they're trying to get back into it. Emili going to the line.
So far, definitely the best shot for ESF.
Misses that one, but Dormer with the rebound, puts it up and in. 6 points in the last 90 seconds here for the Mighty Oaks as the Knights are trying to push it up a little bit. Great four-court press there from Emili and Dormer. And Dormer is fouled. Flommer fouled on that one. ESF is slowly getting back into this game.
A little bit of fire under them and the fans here.
And a timeout on the floor called by Coach Pena. That is 5 fouls for Berkeley. It's 13 minutes left in the second half, and we're getting pretty close to a bonus from the Knights. This was one of the big storylines of last half, and this happens once again. So we'll see how all this pulls around.
Half, ESF has made 4 3-point shots. That's a lot of outside shooting for ESF, but again, they really need to draw contact and take it inside the paint, and that's when they're going to be able to get those fouls, get Berkeley in foul trouble, and if they can make their foul shots, that will just help them gain in their score.
Seems like Berkeley's also finding a way to contradict themselves as well. ESF, they're not letting ESF shoot the ball, but when they're driving, ESF is trying to find a way to force those fouls, and Berkeley is really kicking themselves in the shin here with that. So it'll be interesting. Berkeley has the possession arrow, 13 and a half here in the second as both teams come back onto the court now.
Coach D'Antonio must like the 5 he has out there at the moment. There was no swapping during that timeout.
For the 5 that he has, it's Dormer, Squeer, and also Flommer, along with Logan Emil and also Cole Paradise. That's a good 5 right there. I think that is the 5 that you want out there for the Mighty Oaks.
Absolutely. Squire getting some key time out here. He's definitely a big body that they want out there.
Paradise beyond the arc, no good there as the rebound is picked up by the man himself, Teray Bynum, and a foul here. Not a good foul, especially from a guy like Zachary Dormer. Audra.
Definitely reaching a little too far in there afterwards.
We'll see how it all turns out here. Can't have fouls like that from Dormer.
Dormer only has 2 fouls, though. It's definitely one of his better games. He can tend to get in a little bit of foul trouble.
4-3, got it. Joshua Hardy from beyond the arc. It's now 57-42. The SF's got to find a way to get back into this. Berkeley trying to get in the charge, and another offensive foul. Zachary Dormer. Oh, they changed it. They call it as a blocking foul and 1. We've really seen some miscommunication. One of the keys to games for the refs should be communication. That's like the second change call that they've had this game. You can't afford one of those if you're in black and white.
Absolutely, and not to mention, even though it's a change in what they think the call is, it doesn't mean it does have to change. It seems like anytime there's a little opposition, they just go with whatever was said, and sometimes it's worth standing your ground, because I don't know if that was a block by Dormer. I definitely saw his feet planted.
But at the end of the day, the freshman gets this one to go. A 3-point play there for the freshman guard, as it's now 60-42. Full-court press really coming into play. Miscommunication again. Mid-range from Carabello, no good. A little short there, but the rebound. Asani tries to go in for the lay-in, but doesn't get it to go, but they do get the ball back here.
Definitely a little contact by Colparades. Lucky that it was not called a block like on Zach Dormer.
Berkeley retains possession. Caraballo over to Bynum. Asani. Two-step, no good. Picked up by ESF on the rebound. Taken up by the point guard, Henry Flommer. Paradise. Triple team there. The fake. Dormer going inside. Gets the foul. It gets two.
Definitely an off game for Dormer. Shots like that would be normally going in. Today they're just not connecting, so hopefully after these free throws he'll be able to make these, because last time he was sent to the line he was 0 for 2.
This first one from Dormer. Last time at the line he was 0 for 2, but he gets this one here. McFarland is going to step in for Squire. Still a very good 5 for ESF.
Absolutely, it's hard to have a bad 5 with their lineup.
Especially with how much depth they have too, as Dormer goes 1 for 1 this time around at the line. Taken up by Soriano. Bynum hits it over to Bush, back to Bynum. Carballo tries to find Soriano, picks it up, tries to go for the lay in the fingertip, or the finger roll doesn't go. Bush getting big down low. What a play by Denzel Bush. He's really made some marquee plays, especially down in the paint. Yeah, he has the mid-range, but going down low is unbelievable.
Berkeley able to make connections outside the three-point lane and down low. Their shots have been beautiful this afternoon.
Emil and one. Emil making an impact once again as he draws the blocking foul. Denzel Bush is going to plead guilty for that one. Berkeley with 7 now. That brings him into the bonus. Logan, sophomore guard, will be shooting 1 now. He's averaging around 13 points a game. He's one of their leading scorers here for the Mighty Oaks. Neal makes it a 3-point play, 62-46 now. Soriano trying to push it up court. Carballo fakes. Try to look for the mid-range. Soriano over to Bynum. Bynum for 3. Got it! What a shot from Teray Bynum. Hits the game winner last night against Via Falls. This time hits it from beyond the arc, as ESF is now down by 19. This lead just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, doesn't it? Dormer finds his point guard, spins, tries to find Paradise, doesn't go, but Berkeley gets it to Soriano. What a pass. 1, 2, 3, a 3-on-1, and it's a foul. Denzel Bush to the line. A blocking foul is going to go in the hands of Matt McFarland, the freshman guard.
McFarland didn't even really know what was happening down there. He just got caught in the wrong space at the wrong time, it seems, allowing Berkeley to gain some more points once again at the foul line.
I'm just glad I was never part of a 3-on-1 when I was playing rec basketball when I was young and tried to shoot a basketball at least, but it's whatever. Denzel Bush misses his first one here. Tries to make it a 20-point game. And no good there. 0 for 2 on the free throws once again as Flommer tries to push it up against this full court press. Paradise going over to McFarland. Emil tries to drive in, misses the layup, picked up on the rebound by Soriano. Soriano pushing it up court, and it looks like a carry here going to be called in favor of Berkeley. ESF is going to get the ball back over in front of Berkeley's bench. This one's going to be brought up by Flommer. Over to Paradise. Berkeley's got to communicate. Coach Pena's calling for it too. For three, Paradise got it. Three-pointer right there from beyond the arc by Cole Paradise. It's now 65 to 49, 9:51 here left in this game.
It seems like outside shots like that are the only thing keeping ESF
Bush
in
tries
this
to bring
game.
it in, and it thought to be a travel, but there was contact with the ball. ESF tries to push it up court. Oh, you can hear the smacking of the glass. He was this close getting pinned off glass. You never want that. Good catch by the freshman, Carbello. Tries to bring it in, up and around, got it. Too easy for the freshman. The freshman.
That's amazing skill for just his first year on this team.
And one. Sorry to interrupt you there, Audra. That was, what a shot from Logan Emile. Slowly getting back into this game. As we got a nice score here, 69 to 51.
By letting their tempo lag so long, though, I hope that 9 minutes is enough for them to come back in this game.
Emily's going to look for the three-point play here once again. Not the first time he's had this in the second half. And he doesn't get it here this time. Challenged by Dormer on the rebound, but Berkeley picks it up. Over to Bynum. Bynum back over to his point guard, Soriano. Soriano off the pick. Over to Bynum for three. No good.
ESF not trying very hard, but at least they got the rebound there.
That's right. I mean, there was no one there this time for Berkeley. Normally, it's like 4 Berkeley players are there.
Seeing a lot of blue on this court. They seem to be everywhere. Interception by Berkeley.
One interception there, and boom, Caraballo on top of that one. We got a timeout on the floor. Berkeley slowly taking control of this game. 8.5 now, 71 to 51. Audra, what do we think of this lead just keep getting worse and worse?
It's hard to see because I feel like ESF keeps coming back and then drawing in and coming back, and it's almost I want them just to remain high, you know, and Berkeley gives Berkeley a little competition here and not so much scrappy playing as we've been seeing.
Right. ESF slow. It seems like every time they're off the timeout, though, ESF gets back into it, and they come back out like you said.
Well, fatigue definitely is setting in here.
100%.
It has to be at this point in the game. Coach is really keeping in the same people at this point because he knows he can trust them to make at least some of the decisions he wants them to make. So these guys are probably a little bit tired. Hopefully they're not thinking too much about the Super Bowl afterwards.
The Super Bowl, unfortunately, yeah. That's who do you got tonight? 49ers, Chiefs.
I have no idea.
I'm
so bad. I'm so bad. I can't. I'm like, it's like 2 seconds for the game being ending. I'm like, yep, I choose them.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Well, I'm thinking Kansas City, but for this one, I think Berkeley's going to pull this one out, unfortunately. Paradise driving in, tries to get the foul, and he gets it. 2 shots for Paradise on the way. That is Berkeley's 9th foul. That's the same amount of fouls that they had last half, but the second half there's obviously going to be more. We all know that.
Absolutely. You get tired. You're getting a little more, I want this to be over with. Let's finish this game, kind of. So definitely getting a little more scrappy. ESF not far behind with 6 team fouls. 6
to 9 for that. And Paradise misses both of his free throws. You can't have that. Coach D talked about it in his halftime interview. You just keep missing the free throws. Soriano over to Caraballo for 3, no good. And it's picked up by Paradise on the rebound. 2 ESF guys there. Over to the point guard, Flommer. Almost gets away with the backcourt violation there. That was close.
I was going to say, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Not realizing where he is on the court.
Paradise off the glass, no good. But the rebound picked up by Berkeley. Caraballo, the freshman, over to Bynum. Wide open for 3, no good.
just from watching previous ESF games, their shots are definitely just not connecting today like they normally do, and that was something that needed to happen in order to beat a team like Berkeley.
The Euro step, fakes the pass, and over to Dormer for 2.
Good passing skills, finally passing inside the 3-point line. It seems that ESF is a little timid to get the ball in there.
A timeout on the floor, 7.5 left here in Allen Gym at Onondaga Community College. Berkeley up 18, Audra.
We're kind of seeing that score from last time they played re-emerge, which is something that Coach D'Antonio for ESF did not want to see happen here today.
Not at all. I mean, hey, last time we were here, it was a score like this. But ESF was winning and facing a much weaker opponent in the Culinary Institute of America. Speaking of other opponents, our next game is here at Allen Gym at OCC, February 5th, 2020 on Wednesday night at 7:30. The Mighty Oaks take on the Albany College of Pharmacy Panthers, the ones that own that second place tiebreaker at the moment between 5 towns. It'll be exciting to see, Audra, and hey, I'll be glad to do it with you again.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how it all turns out on Wednesday night right here on ESF TV.
Back here again on Wednesday. Looking forward to seeing what the Mighty Oaks will be able to do in these next 7 minutes here left in the second period. Hopefully make some connections, at least to lessen their deficit.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, hey, if the Patriots can come back from 25 points down, I think the Mighty Oaks can maybe come back with 7.5 left, and they're only down by 18. So, hey, we'll see how it all turns out.
Absolutely.
What a lay-in there by the freshman.
Beautiful spin he's got on that ball every time, doing those reverse layups,
right.
getting them.
And the lay-in there by Dormer is good. The junior forward gets it for 2. So an 18-point game. Soriano tries to find Bush. No good there. Big man's trying to give it away. He's trying to find his point guard there.
Definitely was not comfortable using his left hand at all.
Good
right there.
Find, but Nemec isn't able to finish. Berkeley gets it over to his man Bynum, but Polnitz wasn't really wanting it there. It seems like you can hear it from here going like, woo. Carballo and 1. The freshman.
Another beautiful connection under that basket for Berkeley.
And Caraballo looking to make it a 3-point play. He's been at this free throw line a lot. He's probably doing it for Kobe, too, I gotta be honest. Wouldn't be shocked. And he misses that one there. And now it's taken up by Flommer. Mighty Oaks down by 20 with 6.5. Trying to make a move, but Caraballo steals it. Finds Bynum. And the reverse, no good. And trying to get the rebound, but Soriano touched it last. Mighty Oaks ball.
ESF looking a little bit down in the dumps here. They need to pick up their energy if they're going to have any chance of coming back. Flommer seems the only one alive on the court right now.
They're slowly getting to that point where they just want to quit because they know it's over, honestly. But see how it goes. Flommer gets it to go.
Telling you, that energy he's bringing is allowing connections to happen. If only he could spread it to a few of his teammates.
What a shot. That was a great shot. He was covered, too, and everything.
Definitely feels good to make those connections when you're down in the game.
And in a connection like that, too, what a pass.
And have a timeout by Berkeley. Again, you just mentioned before a bit briefly about Kobe Bryant. We just want to recognize that tragic event just a little over a week ago.
On this past Sunday.
Yes.
This past Sunday.
So the helicopter crash outside Los Angeles, California, that claimed 9 lives, including those of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gianna.
So you still see all these players and teams, and not just players and teams, but people around the world, because he was a global icon. He was able to make such an impact. The way people have honored him has moved me so much. Like there have been days where I've woken up and I think to myself, wow, Kobe Bryant is not on this earth anymore. And it's very unfortunate for the impact he was the impact he has made, and the impact he was about to make with his daughter Gianna. Because Gianna was a great basketball player, and with Kobe's voice and the impact that he made in the NBA, it would have been the same thing in the WNBA for many years to come, especially if Gigi was going to be the player she was going to be. It's very unfortunate, but back into this one here, 77-58. A little bit less than 6 minutes now. Flommer tries to take it up court. Parrott gives it over to Paradise. Dormer has it. Tries to find his point guard. Eventually does. Paradise has it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. For three, the point guard gets it again. Over in the corner for three. There's that intensity that Flommer only has.
Answering the calling. Oh, just to gain a foul.
Poor foul call there on that one, as Berkeley gets to go to the line for a 1-and-1. ESF has 8 fouls compared to Berkeley's 9. So both teams in the bonus as we have a quarter left in the second half. Soriano on the 1-and-1 gets it, as he will get another one.
Coach D'Antonio mentioning having to rebound here.
He said it on the 1-and-1. Let's see if they can get on the second shot here. As there's no need to rebound on that one. That was hideous.
Something he's not used to there, not making a connection whatsoever.
That was like me shooting my first free throw before we went on the air today, just messing around. I don't know, did you see that? Or
it's amazing how you bring your basketball skill into this.
I know, right?
So, it's a great comparison. Oh, the backcourt.
There's the backcourt violation. We've been talking about it all game.
He's been close a lot, and there it is.
But it comes down on that situation.
I know.
Can't have that. Can't have that as a now 17-point game in favor of the Knights. Great play by Dormer there. Caraballo, the freshman, has it. Mid-range from Bush. Gets the foul and one. What a shot. And a poor foul from Emili there, but Bush gets to go to the line again.
Did they count that as 3 or 2? I didn't catch.
I believe they counted that as a 2.
Okay.
It was mid-range. It was close, though. It was close. But Bush is going to go to the line for this one right here. And he gives himself a 3-point play. Now 81-61, 20-point game. Pretty unfortunate for the Mighty Oaks. They were starting to get back onto a trend after a good win against the Culinary Institute of America. But Paradise a little bit off there on that 3. Bynum with the rebound over to Soriano. Peeking at the clock. You were saying, Audra.
I was just thinking last year ESF lost to Berkeley 113-59. At least ESF has made 2 more points more than they did that time. But it's looking like it's going to be a similar outcome for the ESF Mighty Oaks.
Thank goodness it's not 40. It's not a 43-point blowout though, or a 53-point blowout. Pardon me. Dormer with the intensity still. Bynum gives it over to his freshman guard. Caraballo trying to go up against a 1-on-3. Not the best move, but it goes into the hands of Paradise. For 3. Well short there on that one from Zachary Dormer. Bynum taking a rebound now. It's a 20-point game. As a whole new, it seems like a whole new 5 will be coming in from Berkeley. Bynum being pushed around by Dormer. For 3, looking around, no good on that one, the air ball here. Long pass to Dormer, the lane is good. Now an 18-point game, but I think it's a little too late for the Mighty Oaks.
They're gonna have the ball here again though, hopefully be able to turn some points around. ESF definitely looking to at least close this gap. Now we're at 63 ESF, 81 Berkeley.
Make it seem reasonable in some way, right? But a whole new 5 is in, but or 4 come in. Pardon me. Denzel Bush is going to stay on the floor.
It's hard. I never knew what was worse, losing by a lot or losing by a little. Was
right.
Almost just as bad of a feeling.
And what a shot from the point guard. Henry Flommer gets in on this three-point action in the second half, as it's now a 15-point game. But see what Asani does here. Fakes it, misses it, but it goes into the hands of Reed Patchett.
These last few threes, Flommer must be reaching at least somewhat of his high record because he's been bringing out a lot of points, just like Cole
How about Paradise for three, baby? Give it to me. 81-69. It's a 12-point game. Coach D's getting into it now. And the mid-range from Sacco, and the momentum goes right back down. (83-69). A step back three from the point guard, no good. Tries to get a rebound. Good effort by the freshman, as it's going to stay on the ESF side with 2.5. Now 83-69. Emil trying to go in on a 1-on-3, but he draws the foul. Goes to the line for two. A lot of trips from Emil to the line for sure, it seems like.
Absolutely. And he's a good shooter. It's not a bad thing.
Emil for his first of two, and doesn't get that one a little short. In comes back in comes Zachary Dormer, and out comes Reed Patchett. That might be the last time we see him today, as Emil looks for his seconds. He makes the second one here, 83-70, much closer than last time. Thank goodness it was, because we'd be here for a while if it was 113-59.
Absolutely.
So now Berkeley trying to get something going here, maybe just add on to the lead. Asani over to his guy for the mid-range, no good. The shot there by Joshua Hardy. McFarland with the rebound over to Paradise. Paradise fakes it. McFarland, firm pass to his point guard. Over to Dormer, tries to go in again, but gets the foul once again. That's going to be Berkeley's 10th foul on the day. It's now less than 2 minutes left, 13-point lead for the Knights.
We just want to take a few minutes here to say thank you for joining us today on ESF TV. We have a lot of people behind the scenes helping us. A few names to mention: Amanda Varol, Angie Alberto, Zanab Tavares, Porter Holt, Keith Beach, Alex Brunel, Madeline Cohen, Bernadette Flemmer, everyone here helping us behind the scenes that you can't see. And this is not we do not study journalism or anything like this, so it's a big deal for ESF here to have everyone here and people coming from Syracuse to help us out.
Yes.
That's also something big for us. And a couple people here at OCC we'd like to thank is Garth McGowan. He is the OCC Network Services go-to guy, and then Nick Gatto is OCC Assistant Athletic Director. We just want to say a huge thank you for allowing us to come in here and use this beautiful venue here at Allen Gym to broadcast this ESF TV basketball game for you today.
And also want to give a huge shout out to CNY Stream for providing the Syracuse talent into ESF TV for past productions, today's production, and upcoming productions as the season rolls along. So shout out to CNY Stream at Syracuse University for their help throughout the entire basketball season.
Absolutely, it's an awesome merger. The two schools that are so close together to be able to come
and finally bridge them.
Oh yeah.
Form a bridge between one of them. So nothing wrong with that, supporting the two schools here and out. But Berkeley up by 12 with 2 minutes left. Audra, what are the chances the Mighty Oaks are back?
I don't know. Berkeley gets in some foul trouble and allows ESF to start shooting. And if they start making some connections, ESF can climb back in this. It just really depends how they're going to look at these last few minutes here.
Berkeley has possession. Now 12-point lead for the Knights. Full court press. They're staying scrappy, and the point guard gets it. He gives it over to Dormer. Puts it in. 10-point game. 100 seconds left here in this contest. Staying with the full court press. Berkeley's going to slow it down. Coach Pena does not look stressed at all. He's very content with this one, it sure seems like.
Both teams here emptying the bucket.
Emptying the bucket, that's what I like to hear. The Euro step to Bush, mid-range, got it. Too easy.
ESF can't afford any time. They need to get that ball down the court ASAP.
They need to score now. Point guard with the floater, puts it in. A 10-point game, but there's 70 seconds to go, running clock. ESF has to foul, it sure seems like.
Need to watch weak side.
Good pass, and they're gonna slow this thing down. 20 seconds now, not fouling yet. And there's the foul there from Zachary Dormer for the reach in.
Hard when a team has to resort to that at the end. It always feels like, why am I doing this again? It feels like we're going nowhere, but just something you got to do to get everything to move along.
Well, double-digit fouls, Audra, means a double-digit bonus. So in comes Fode Sako for 2. Gets that first one to go, and it's now 86-5. Sacco for his seconds, and he misses that one, but Berkeley gets their own rebound. No, they do not. A little fiasco there. McFarland gives it over to Emil. Emil trying to drive. No foul call there. It's going to go Berkeley possession. 42.5 seconds left. I think this one is sealed.
I think so too. I think Berkeley can start doing a little bit of a celebration dance. Not too much though. Definitely trying to run out this clock here, have them foul, slow it down.
That's what Polnitz looks like he was doing there. Trying to just move around the court. That's a smart basketball move right there. But back to the line goes Fode Sako, as it's now 10 fouls for the Mighty Oaks. Zacco for his first, he gets that one.
I think ESF coach is finally
calling it quits now, as they're bringing in the junior guard Michael Bowen, along with Trevor Hansen, the sophomore guard that was injured previously. You guys got a chance to talk to him against Five Towns.
Yeah, it was nice having a little inside scoop here on the team, able to kind of look through his brain.
You don't really get to see some of that. I mean, the Warriors get to do that with Steph Curry since he's injured and such, but we get to do the same thing. I thought it was a really cool opportunity for us. 18 seconds as ESF is closing this one out. Nice play there by Trevor Hansen himself, as that one unfortunately is going to be the last play of the game. Berkeley is going to close this one out with 5 seconds rolling. What a game. You can't doubt still a really good game from these two, as this one finally closes out.
Absolutely a great game played by both teams. Berkeley, having this win under their belt must feel amazing, traveling all this way from the city up to Syracuse. Congratulations to that team for an awesome win. 88 Berkeley, SUNY-ESF 77.
What a game, especially from the team that's played a lot of basketball recently. Last week they get an overtime victory. This past Saturday, overtime buzzer beater, and on Super Bowl Sunday, they pull out the dub. Our final score is 88-77, Berkeley in favor of the Mighty Oaks of SUNY-ESF. On behalf of our outstanding production crew, I'm Trey Redfield alongside Audra Rosenthal. Thank you guys for joining us on ESF TV. Mighty Oaks basketball is an exclusive